December, I don't my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do a reading on the Kylie Jenner. It is almost Leo season right around the corner. However, Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet married, more getting married, thinking about marriage in their brains. I don't know. Apparently, sources say that Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet are really thinking about it. Now, I could definitely understand that from coming from Kylie Jenner herself. I could believe that coming out because Kylie Jenner has always said it that there was two things that she wanted, and I think it was in this particular order: to have a business, be a businesswoman, and then have a family, and she got both of that, but she couldn't snag Travis Scott to put a ring on it. So here she is with Timothée Chalamet, and let's hope she doesn't try to get pregnant either. But there was some rumors around that too. But honestly, you got to be kind of careful with Kylie Jenner. You don't know what she could be planning, scheming. You just be careful with the Kardashians, period. But I'm not here to put my opinion into it. I'm just going to read you a few headlines just in case you're flabbergasted, you don't believe it. I was right there in your boat with you. But when I did some research, it does apparently seem true to be some claims, apparently. So, according to Economic Times, it says family disapproval could end Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner's marriage hopes, sources say. If we dig a little bit deeper, the synopsis says Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet romance faces a hurdle. A family dispute reportedly prevents their marriage. Chalamet's family has doubts about the relationship's future. They've seen a clash between Kylie's reality TV world and Timothy's indie cinema background. Kylie feels isolated, but the couple remains committed. They're focused on their happiness and spending time together. Another article, according to the Express Turbine, Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner's wedding prospects unclear amid concerns, reports claim. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner may face challenges regarding any future wedding plans, according to a recent report citing concerns about the actor's family. The couple have been together for 2 years, since 2023. So, right there, let's see. A report from Radar Online, citing an unnamed source, claims that some members of Chalamet's family are not fully supportive of his relationship with Jenner, nothing that they view, noting that they view the couple as coming from different worlds. Facts. The insider stated that while Chalamet's family respects his decisions, they privately hope that the relationship is a passing phase. Oh, you know that phrase so well. It's just a phase, honey. You'll get past this one. So Chalamet is reportedly aware of his family's stance, which has become a roadblock to the possibility of marriage, according to the source. So there we go. Yeah, I know. Hold it, stay with me here, guys. Yahoo.com. Timothée Jenner and Chalamet's wedding. Timothée Chalamet's wedding likely. Okay. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet's wedding unlikely due to unfixable family issues. Source says source. And it quotes back to what I was saying from I guess they got this from the Radar Online article. It says a new report claims that Timothy's family is not fully on board with him dating Kylie Jenner amid speculations about a potential wedding. Insiders learned that from an insider that the 29-year-old's loved ones are concerned about him settling down with someone from her reality world. The actor's family members reported respect for his decisions. Okay. Yep. So basically, you're seeing it here. We know it's what no matter whatever it is over these last few months that we've been hearing about Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet and their relationships, because its source says this, source says that, source says they're getting married. Oh, they're getting pregnant. It's just all these sources are saying. I don't know who this source is. Is this Kylie's camp? Because I'm not sure. They're trying to sell us on Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner because it seems like it's all this positive feedback that they're trying to put out there to combat Timothee Chalamet's family talking about, at least not outright straight, unless you guys know and I don't. But it's always sources say about Timothy's family feel this way, Timothy family feel that way. So because of that, in order to combat those rumors, Kylie's camp. So this is like, is it Kylie's camp versus Timothy's camp that are fighting? And then some people are saying that they are a PR stunt or like a team. So then on top of that, this whole relationship is just to grab attention and maybe even be a distraction to certain things. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, but we keep loving them and we are invested in them. That's why I am here to do yet another reading with my cards, Miss Sister, to see what they have to say, what she has to say about Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner's relationship. Is it as all squeaky clean as it says, that they're just so in love, that they just want to get married? And forget about what their parents say. You know, Romeo and Juliet. Are they the modern day Romeo and Juliet? That's a good one. That's a good one. I love that one. That one just popped up on me. I hope that's a good title because I'm so going to name it. If not, it's going to be on the thumbnail. It's going to be placed somewhere because that was just too genius. Too genius. Okay. Tell me cards. Okay, how am I going to shuffle these? Is Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet the modern day Romeo and Juliet? I'm so serious. Well, first off, we have the Six of Swords. It could be good. It could be turbulent. It could be in a murky transitional phase, trying to find some balance and harmony. I don't know. Let's figure out what's going around and surrounding their cards. But whatever it is, it definitely seems like whatever. I got it. Perfect. So on the outside, as you see the rainbow. Rainbow is supposed to be beautiful. This is almost like Ten of Cups in disguise. Like this is like peeking behind the curtains of the Ten of Cups. Because this is exactly what this rainbow is giving. It's peachy. It's beautiful. It's love. Kylie and Timothee could just not get enough of each other. That's what they are presenting. This beautiful, loving relationship on the forefront. You can see that at the very top. That's like the surface. And then if you dig beneath the surface, you see the Six of Swords, where it's rainy, it's gloomy, it's dismal, it's not looking good. And you know how it gets when it's been rainy. It's been raining a lot over here on the East Coast. And apparently I've heard that the rest of the country is getting bad weather on top of that. So you guys know how it is when it's looking dark and it's getting ready to storm. That's not a happy time. That's not beautiful times. So let's just see what's beneath the surface. For real, for real. We have the Five of Wands. Not surprising right there. Let's see what's above. Like I said, this is what they're giving out to the world. This is what they're projecting. Let's see what they're projecting. Now that we see that's what underneath. Let's see what they're projecting to us. The Chariot. Okay. And then we're going to do the past and then the future. Oh, ooh. I like that in the future section. So what I see beneath, like I said, okay, well, let's look at what they're projecting before us. Like I said, this beautiful image. And why they're trying to protect this beautiful image, I honestly think it's coming from Kylie's side. And honestly, it could be a little bit from Timothy's side. Because the Chariot right here, the Chariot symbolizes trying to move forward. They could be trying to move forward in their relationship, yes. And they feel like they're having those roadblocks, yes. because the chariot usually symbolizes you're trying to move forward, but you keep feeling stuck in your past. So as you try to move forward, you're always being feel pulled back. So it's like the equal work you do to move forward is the same amount of steps you take back. So it's like you did work, but you didn't really move. So that's where like the chariot is. So once you can get past that one step forward, one step back, and get to that two steps forward, one step back, you're finally in that chariot motion, which is where they're trying to get to. Now, this could just come from Kylie's past, like I said, where she's trying to overcompensate for something, a loss in her past. Or this could come from Timothy's, like they say. I heard they have financial issues. I heard Timothy's a little bit jelly of Kylie Jenner's moolah baby. So because of that, maybe he's a bit, I don't want to say like envious, but comparing his money doesn't feel substantial or worthy enough as a man, or feel as though he is financially worthy to sit next to the Kylie Jenner. So that's where he could be feeling. He could be having all these insecurities, looking at where he's coming from and looking at where she's coming from, and them coming together. It's just like, well, dang, how did I meet this chick? Girl, sorry, all up in the vibes. So because of that, that's what they're projecting. The projecting the weird coming together when. Sorry, that was the bottom of the deck. A weird coming together, bridging together, which is also what I first saw when I saw in this picture, because of the way the rainbow arched like a gap, trying to go from one place to another. And then that's what the chariot came out, especially as I tied it to the rainbow. So weirdly enough, I intuitively saw it before it happened. So it's like right now they're trying to bridge or move forward in their relationship, but their family's holding them back. They could be holding each other back, or the holding themselves back from trying to get this as forward. Because honestly, let's be real. Let's so be real. If they got the shmoney like that, they can definitely go elope. Their parents might not like it, but they could do it. She got a private jet. He can hop on the private jet. She can go anywhere, anytime. Literally. So because of that, I don't think Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet are not getting married at this moment just because their family is at a disagreement about it. I feel like there are other things that are keeping them from moving to that point. But there could be some rumor mills, like there is some discussion, like how it's like a passing by of a thought. It's not like we're trying to commit to it just yet, but let's just think about it. Let's just talk about it. Like 29, getting into the 30s. I just watched a movie the other day talking about how, like, when you're in your 30s and your biological clock starts ticking. I mean, Kylie Jenner has already had her children, but maybe she might want some more. She might want some babies by Timothee Chalamet. You know how Kylie Jenner is. So because of that, there's all those things that they have to work out, talk about, and process. However, what I see looking beneath the surface as we dig a little bit more deeper, it's the Five of Wands. It's a conflict of ideas, of energy. Maybe it's their schedules, his schedule of, well, I don't know what schedules. I mean, Kylie Jenner is a kind of a busy woman, question mark. She promotes her business, but I really don't know. I don't follow Kylie Jenner enough to know how busy she is. Like is she as yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave Kylie Jenner's businesses alone, because that has a whole history in and of itself that I'm not trying to deal with. So just looking at but we know she has finances. She got the Jenner money. She got the Kardashian money. And Chalamet is getting that new money Chalamet. So because of that, new money needs old money. And it's not the fact that, like, Timothee Chalamet is like new money as in the sense he wants to be flashy, but new money in the sense of he's just coming into his wealth and into his notoriety and his fame. So all that, and then you're going to get married, and then you're going to have a baby, and then you're going to have like a whole family while you're basically at the pinnacle of your career. Kylie Jenner at least got to her career before. I mean, she did, yes, she had children along the way, but she's well established as a businesswoman, so she could continue to have more children. Timothee Chalamet, what about you? And what if you guys like break up? Like you know how Kylie's not fickle, but just the people that she tends to choose in a relationship. But Timothy seems to be different. She finally seems to have somebody that she can actually, I don't want to say influence, but somebody that can finally be on the same page with her on terms of marriage. Because it seems like Travis Scott just wasn't quite ready for that. And whoever she dated, did she date somebody after Travis and before Timothy? I'm not quite sure. But she really just wants to be, she always talks about how she just wants to be mommy. So she just wants to just have, she just wants to be a wife. That's the last thing that she needs to check off on her box to make herself feel happy. But what about Timothee Chalamet? What is he trying to establish or accomplish by being around Kylie Jenner? And is so you see the imbalance, the lopsidedness, and that's where this Five of Wands is coming from. That's that kind of energy that they're trying to deal with. Maybe they're finding ways to avoid it because they don't want to talk about it. So instead, let's just pretend everything's good. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not hurt. I'm not going to pretend that going to pretend. I'm going to pretend that I'm not hurt. There we go. I had too many knots in there. Kylie Jenner's, they're basically are having the persona of, we're just going to pretend like we're not hurt and that we're in love and we are still in our honeymoon, or what is it? Is it the honeymoon phase when you're just like so in love with each other that you just can't get enough of each other, and you're just like the newly fresh stage, the baby stage of a relationship, and they've been together for 2 years. Like, I know that's long in celebrity years, but in terms of like normal people lives, 2 years is still kind of fresh, and you guys are still getting to know each other. And she comes with a whole lot of other things along with her that he has to commit and sign on to. And if he doesn't want any children, well, sure, he already has children. He can co-parent with Kylie. So, there's some things that they can work out. If he doesn't want children and she already has all the children that she is going to get in this, at this very moment, that she could maybe be happy with that and be like, okay, cool. That these are the negotiations that are on this table. Got to find some compromise, got to talk it out, got to work it out. Got to feel it out. And then they have all these people that are just talking. So sometimes you don't want like that, like have like all the chatter. Like they say, the less people you keep out of your relationship. But you know how the Kardashians are. You can't keep the Kardashians out of your relationship. They are the relationship. It's one or all, or one or none. So because of that, we see in the past the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is conflicting mental ideas, conflicting energy. They just seem to not see straight, or they could just be trying to block themselves off, because we don't see them as much as in the media as we used to. And at that time, we started thinking that they broke up because we're just like, what? That's weird. Kylie Jenner not blasting a relationship. What's going on? So they're trying to take a new approach. They're doing things different, or she's trying to do things different. So because of that, they're really, weirdly enough, they are really trying to work on a relationship and try to figure out what their future looks like, what that may be. And if marriage just happens to be on the tables of the talk, and babies just have to be on the table of the talk, then it just might be. They are grown adults after all. The biological clocks are ticky-tocking. So because of that, like they say, there just comes a point to an age where you just got to get serious. Instead of just asking all the cute questions like, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, what's your favorite hobbies? What you like to do? It's like, all right, you want kids? What? We get married? Do you want to move in? You just get straight to the point. Instead of waiting for the fifth date, you get to it straight to the point on the first date. So that's like the kind of energy that you kind of like work with when you're getting like up in age, especially when you're in the celebrity status. It seems like the culture, it could be shifting. I heard the celebrity culture or LA culture is just super fake. And if they're trying to get out of that culture, trying to get out of that energy, maybe Kylie and Timothy are trying to fight against that grain and try to actually be authentic and honest and open with each other and not be fake and use each other and have a comeuppance. So because of that, there's all those things that are at play. LA, the Calabasas, California, just Hollywood, I heard, just has some weird energy, and it must affect the way people and celebrities think, do, and process. I don't know what is, if that's like an energetic hotspot. I don't know what kind of energy they got over there, but that's just what I'm like seeming to pick up. That's coming through as I'm doing this tarot reading, trying to figure out that they really, that I'm, no matter which way I'm looking at it, they really are seeming to fight against odds. I wasn't expecting that. I do. At least we are able to see that it's not all happy go lucky as they're trying to portray to us. It's not as a good of a relationship as it looks, but like they say, relationships have their ups and downs. Every relationship does. Nothing's truly perfect. So it seems like it's little things that they can get over, but there's the Chariot and then there's the Empress, which is in the future. And the Empress is Mother Nature herself. It is the fertile woman. It could be somebody that could just be abundant in energy. That is Kylie. She is abundant in many ways. She is fertile in many ways as well. So there's many ways you could interpret that. But I don't know. That's why I'm going to pull some cards to see what the outcome is for Timothy and Kylie Jenner. Because what I'm definitely picking up from this card is that is Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet the modern day Romeo and Juliet minus the violence. I have to add that, minus the violence where they like both die at the end. Just the story, that coming of age story of two worlds colliding that you just never think that would. And then you guys just like fall in love with each other, but your families could be like rivals, or they just feel as though, why are you dating beneath you, or just that person's not worth your time. So you know Romeo and Juliet. Everybody has had to go through Romeo and Juliet. So because of that, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. And now that I'm looking at it and the way the article titles were describing it, it's really starting to look like they are really the modern day Romeo and Juliet minus the violence. At that little asterisk, at that footnote. So what I see here is run. Now, not for them to go run from this relationship, but run in the sense that they feel as though they have some urgency and they need to move with some speed. Maybe that's why there could be a lot more talks and articles coming out about it, but let's just see, because that happened to fall out. What is on top? And then gray skies. They're running with uncertainty and unclarity. That's what they seem to be running on, trying to push through. And honestly, if you're going to try to rush through some gray skies, like if you're trying to rush through some fog, or you're trying to rush through some heavy rain that you can barely see, like 5-6 feet in front of you, there's no hope. I mean, there is hope, but you don't know what's going to be in front of you. And if you're running with fast pace, you could easily hit something, bump into something. So things like that, you just don't see things coming. So it's a bit more hasty, not real thought out, not well plotted, or not much put into consideration. So that's what I'm seeing when it comes to the overall energy. They seem to be rushing. I don't know why they seem to be rushing, but they need to rush. And that could be the Chariot, because the Chariot definitely moves fast. And that's exactly what's crowning their energy at this moment. And if they're trying to move fast to that Empress, I'm not sure if Kylie Jenner got her tick, tick, tock, tock, if you know what I mean. Looking at the watch, like what we gonna do, Timothy. I'm not sure if that's what she's giving him, But that just seems like some maybe misclouded judgment. I don't want to say misclouded judgment, but just not seeing things the full picture. They're seeing it through they're seeing it like different puzzle pieces, and they haven't put all the pieces together, and they're trying to put the pieces together, but they're rushing through it. You can't rush through a puzzle. Just like I was saying, you can't rush through gray skies, things that look unclear. You really got to take your time and really process and analyze and talk. That's exactly what I've been talking about this entire reading, that's what they need to do, or that's what it seems like they're doing. And if that's not what they're doing, then they need to get to that point instead of running from their problems, trying to, maybe that's that duality, running from their problems. So let's just project, let's just try to act happy. But then there's some gray skies, because even though we're doing all this, underneath we're still unsure if there is a future. Are we compatible? What are you trying to use me? What's the ulterior motives? All those kind of things go on behind the closed doors. Are we really going to have some more children? Are we going to get married? Those are all things that Kylie seems to be the one interested in. But it could be Timothy. It could be Timothy, because he is still there. He is honestly, truly still there. So regardless of all these rumors of baby, all rumors about getting married, he still stands by Kylie. Even when they don't show up on like the media for like days or like weeks, they still pop back up as a cute couple, kissing, loving, giving PDA like nothing happened, like they've been in the media this entire time, loving on each other. The same love that they gave each other back then when they first started dating is still the same love that they're giving us now. So nothing has clearly changed, unless it's all of a sudden they're trying to pretend and fake. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're a little bit less in the media. There's many different ways you can look at it, because with this gray skies, it's looking unclear for them. So they're just trying to navigate with uncertainty. But you can't navigate it rushing. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet. I sure do. And honestly, that was kind of the moral of the story of Romeo and Juliet, wasn't it? I've always heard the statement of, if he would have just waited, he would have found out that she was never dead, or like he was never dead, and then they just wouldn't have needed. Then they both wouldn't have needed to die if you would have just waited it out. So those are the kind of things that I'm like hearing. I've heard about Romeo and Juliet and how very perfect I tied them to this, but that's also a very tragic love story, and I hope that's not the case for them. For real, I love love, and honestly, if this truly is what Kylie wants, I hope she gets what she wants. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm sorry, Timothy. If this is what you want as well, I hope you truly get what you want as well. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. I sure did. I found something new. Seems like like they say, if there's some smoke, there's fire. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't believe it. I told you guys at the beginning. You saw me. I was like, I know, right? Can't believe it. Why would we think that? But, it's not surprising coming from Kylie. I said it from the beginning. And then here the cards are saying that, no, there definitely could be something to, they're definitely talking in the background. So whoever these sources are, I guess they're semi-legitimate. But like I say, everything I say is allegedly. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure did. Please leave your comments down below. How do you feel about the relationship? Do you think it's PR? Do you think that they really want to get married? Do you think that this is actually true, or they're just statements coming out from each other's camps trying to stir up the media and keep the Kardashians in news because they just feel like they're currently irrelevant and they're trying to stay relevant? So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Like I said, leave your comments down below. Please give this video a thumbs up so much. Please give it a thumbs up. It really mean a lot. But more importantly, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and share this video with people that would like Kylie Jenner, that likes Timothee Chalamet, that likes tarot, that likes news, all that. So with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!